India has the right. British MP Priti Patel's powerful parliament speech backs OP Sindoor. UK Member of Parliament Priti Patel on Thursday stressed that the United Kingdom must acknowledge the threat posed by Pakistan-based terror groups as she advocated for de-escalation between India and Pakistan in the aftermath of the Pahalgam terror attack and the subsequent Operation Sindoor. Mr. Speaker, this is clearly a precarious moment and we want to see tensions ease between India and Pakistan. We want to avoid a state-on-state military escalation. We're also clear that India has the right to take reasonable and proportionate steps to defend itself and to dismantle the vile terrorist infrastructure that has caused death and continues to threaten them. And we know that terrorists based in Pakistan threaten India and Western interests, she said. Expressing her condolences to the victims of Pahalgam, Patel said on the 22nd of April, terrorists brutally killed 26 tourists in Pahalgam in a barbaric and savage act of violence. Most victims were killed at point-blank range by gunshots to their heads. My thoughts and prayers were with all those that were affected by this murderous, violent terrorism in Pahalgam. She added this was an act of terrorism and we must reflect on the fact that Pahalgam has joined Mumbai, New Delhi and other places in India that will be forever scarred by an act of terror. Today in the House of Commons I reiterated my condolences for those impacted by the atrocity that took place in Pahalgam. We must stand with those affected by terrorism. The UK must work with our friends in India to tackle terrorist threats and engage with India, Pakistan and keep hic.twitter.com 860 Priti Patel MP Priti Patel May 7, 2025 PATEL. While pointing to the history of terrorism that India has faced and Pakistan's past harboring of terrorists, highlighted the importance of the UK's security cooperation with India. It was the country that Osama bin Laden was hiding in. And because of the long history of violence inflicted by terrorists on India, the UK has in place long-standing security cooperation agreements with India. And in fact, last weekend, this House reminded the government of those long-standing security agreements, why they exist and why they should matter to us here in the UK, she said. Calling for more active UK involvement, she urged the government to work with allies to counter global terrorism. Given these links, the UK government should be at the forefront of working with our friends and allies to tackle the terrorist threats that we face collectively. While I know the minister will not be able to speak about intelligence sharing between UK and India, can he at least confirm whether our intelligence and security services have been in contact with India about the incidents that took place and are supporting their investigations, she said. Linking Lashkar-Taiba to other global terror networks, including Hamas, Patel said Lashkar-Taiba are a prescribed terrorist group who have a clear history of committing acts of terror against India and have reported links to Hamas, including reports that Hamas representatives have met with them earlier this year. Can the minister confirm if the UK government is aware of any cooperation and links between Lashkar-Taiba and Hamas? She also asked the UK government to clarify which terror outfits were currently active in Pakistan that could threaten the UK and its allies. Swipe left for next video. The UK MP sought clarity on whether UK aid to Pakistan was monitored to ensure it did not fall into the wrong hands. Can he give more evidence of those discussions? Have ministers undertaken an assessment of the terrorist infrastructure based in Pakistan? Has the minister had discussions with the Pakistan government on this matter? And can ministers give assurances that there are sufficient measures in place to ensure that no British aid to Pakistan, either bilaterally or through multilateral sources, has ended up in the wrong hands, she said. Patel also asked if the government would tell their findings on whether the terrorists are working with other actors. And finally, will the minister now be more forthcoming with the House about the government's assessment as to who carried out the terror attack in Kashmir, whether they were working with any other malign actors and whether he is working through the security implications for the UK, she said. Latest blogs